Maria, former President Trump, says is the target of a January 6 grand jury investigation. Trump writing a statement arranged. Jack Smith sent a letter giving me 4 short days to report to the grand jury, which almost always means an arrest and indictment. Sean Hannity watched this in a town hall. I got the letter on Sunday night. I don't think they've ever sent a letter on Sunday night. They're in a rush because it's never been done like this in the history in our country. The DOJ has become a weapon for the Democrats. An absolute weapon. Maria, joy to be former U.S. Attorney and Prosecutor Guy Lewis. Great to have you, thank you very much. Astounding news. Your thoughts? Really amazing. The former President of the United States giving a target letter. I've been on both sides of this. I sent them out as a prosecutor. And what I had high-powered clients, I've gotten them as a defense lawyer. It's basically a letter saying you are a target of a grand jury investigation. I have the evidence to indict you right now, and it's most likely an invitation in 4 days to testify before the grand jury hearing the evidence. Clearly Jack Smith, the special counsel, and the president, his lawyers for the next few days, are going to be in a game of legal chicken. Maria, do they have a case? How does this play out? I think the grand jury, which is operating out of Washington, which has been the January 6th series of cases that we've seen over and over, are hearing evidence from what we can piece together, and it's clear we can put witnesses and documents in. And you're going to see the president charged. He's not going to testify in the grand jury. Is awkward to take debate, and frankly, if I was his lawyer, get nowhere near the grand jury. You have no rights or lawyer, and the grand jury, no judge present. It's completely one-sided. I would not let my clients anywhere near it if he was representing the ex-president of the United States. You would see the president indicted, if not the next week, the next 2 weeks. Maria, where is this case heard? One thing around the indictment regarding the classified documents is that is in Florida. And many people felt you could be hard-pressed to find 12 jurors agree that he did something wrong, given the National Records Act enabling him or allowing him to take whatever he wanted out as Commander-in-Chief. Is this different from the jury in Washington? That's a great point. The document case here in my home district, I frankly did not worry too much about that when I put on my hat as the president's lawyer. I'm telling you, it's a different story in Washington, D.C. Come over to get a different grand jury. They've indicted. They have indicted more than 1,000 defendants. It's the largest case in DOJ history ever. The results even worse upon the president's lawyer, either pleas or convictions as a result of trials. One guy that went to trial was acquitted in the vast majority. Of the rest were convicted some way, shape, or form. The president's lawyer, that would be the thing that I think about going to bed, and the first thing I would think about waking up. Maria, because the lawyers make a case that this was total election interference. Yeah, the Iowa caucus is coming up, and then you have a trial for the classified documents expected in December. How do you do a trial in December with the January caucuses are happening a month later? They made the case for the classified documents case. Can they make that again, that you have to postpone anything until after the election? Another great question. It's a legal mess, and the government created it. The government created the situation. They could have waited and allowed this to go through carefully, thoughtfully, and it's hard not to sit back and watch and say, this is being jammed through on a timetable that doesn't make sense, and going forward getting constitutional objections and timing objections if he wins the nomination. We're in uncharted